Hey guys, NES Evolution here, doing a VHS update pickup. My Goodwill actually had some VHS come in from a guy. They said it was a collector and he had to get rid of them. They were like $2 a piece, so I went and picked up a bunch. And the first one here is Commando, one of my all-time favorite movies. I love this Schwarzenegger movie. It's awesome. And I think, this is a great movie, action-packed. I love all the quotable lines. It's just a great movie. Go out and check it out. Next is another Arnold movie, and that's The Running Man, which I think The Running Man is really underrated. I know it's not one of his best, but I really enjoy it. I actually watched it not that long ago, and there's a lot to like about this movie. Futuristic. Seems like they would have, I think they're going to make a remake of it at some point. I don't know. True Lies, an awesome Arnold movie. James Cameron is the director of this one. Jamie Lee Curtis. It's just a really good movie. Tom Arnold is funny, is really funny in this. Just a really funny movie, action-packed with some comedy. And then you got the classic Terminator. I love this movie. I think it's great. It's almost, people consider it a horror movie. Some do. I do not. I mean, I guess I do some. It is partly horror. And I really like it. So next we have Rambo, First Blood Part 2. You know what? I haven't seen this movie in forever. I actually really need to do a rewatch on this movie. I haven't probably seen it in 20 years. And there you go. He's on the back. And that's one thing I do remember about that movie, that bow and arrow with the exploding arrow. Now we got another Sylvester Stallone movie here, and that's Cobra. I love this movie. It's a really good action-packed movie. I think it didn't do as great as probably he'd want it to do, but it really is a fun movie. It's got his ex-wife. Oh, shoot. I can't think of her name right now. It's his, he married her for like a year or two in the 80s, and she was in Rocky IV. I don't know why I can't remember. She like married Flavor Flav, and I can't remember her name right now. Oh, Bridget Nielsen. That was her name. But there's some really weird stuff in this movie. Like at one point in time, he like cuts a piece of pizza with a pair of scissors and just eats like the part that he cut off. I don't know. It's really weird. And then I like this classic from Jean-Claude Van Damme, Double Impact. I do enjoy this movie. I know it can be cheesy, but it does have some good quality action to it, in my opinion. Not a huge Jean-Claude fan, but yeah. Now, those are my action movies. Now, I'm on to some good comedy. Evolution, man. This movie is really underrated, in my opinion. It's got David Duchovny, which I really enjoy him. Orlando Jones, I really think he is a funny guy, and I just remember watching him on Mad TV, the early years of Mad TV. I remember he did this OJ sketch where he was trying to say he didn't do it, and then OJ, I know my house layout, and they say the killer ran into the air conditioning machine. I would never do that. And he like turns around, runs right into the air conditioning machine, falls down. It was really funny. And then of course you got Sean William Scott in this, Julianne Moore. I just think this is a really good original movie, that's why I think it's good. Next is an ultimate classic, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I've loved this movie since I was a kid. I was born in 1983, and this came out in like 80, let me look at this, 80, I think this came out in like 88, 87, something like that. I don't see a date on here, but yeah, 80, I think 88 or 87, somebody can correct me, but it just has all these different cartoon characters in it. Bob Hoskins is really good. He plays off well with Roger, and Christopher Lloyd as the Judge Doom, awesome villain, man. And then how can I forget? I actually picked this one up at a garage sale. All the action movies I picked up at Goodwill, and then Roger Rabbit, and then this one I actually picked up at a garage sale for $0.25 each. What About Bob is one of those movies that kind of escaped me for a lot of years. I I'd never watched it until just a couple years ago on the recommendation from my wife. And Bill Murray is great. Richard Dreyfuss is really funny. And Bill Murray just, I love Bill Murray in movies. So it's easy to like this if you're a big Bill Murray fan. And it just went under the radar for me personally. But I'm glad I found it, and I'm glad I have it now. Okay, guys, that's my updated collection. Let me know if, where you find VHS or if you collect VHS. Let me know. Bye.